Hello everybody and welcome to day 3 of the Planet Coaster live streams, live here from GamesCom 2016. Huge round of applause, come on everybody. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Oh lovely, we've got some nice audience members here today to cheer us on. I am joined by some very, very special guests from here, from Frontier Developments. They've graced me with their presence. Probably best known for being the Joker of the Year 2016 at Frontier Developments, and also for his fantastic facial hair. We have a senior producer and just good old friend of mine.
Hey,
yeah,
hey everyone.
Richard Newbold.
Yeah.
Polite clap there. Stage right, but in the world.
Which way?
Yeah, this thing. Yeah. We have, of course, lead designer, the most handsome man at Gamescom 2016. Proven fact. It is Andrew Fletcher, lead designer Andrew Fletcher. Oh, awesome, Andrew Fletcher. Awesome. So, today we have lots to tell you about all the share functions that are going into the Planet Coaster at Alpha 3 level. It's some really, really incredibly powerful stuff that's really going to change the way that you play Planet Coaster in its entirety, I think. Would you be fair to say?
No, it's amazing. We wanted to get that into Alpha 3 because we want to get it out to the Alpha players and see what they do with the tools. And it's going to make it so much easier for people to share their content, collaborate, work together. It's really cool.
Yeah. So we'll obviously go into lots of detail about that as well, but we do want to recap a few things from the previous few days, I think. We just want to go back over those and have a look and see, reiterate, I think, how big these changes are that are coming in from Alpha 2 to Alpha 3 and really go deep into that. And again, we'll be covering these things again tomorrow in a massive recap day. We've got the dev diary to show you again. We've got competitions. We've got all sorts going on. So I think that we should probably get on with things because the video list is actually quite long at this point. Oh, I've also got some questions as well from the community that we're going to be using as well. So should we take it away with the first video? I think we're actually going to be retouching on a few of the things from yesterday. So things like some of the color changes and things with coasters and stuff like that. And I want you guys to really talk me through how this is an improvement from the previous.
So we worked really hard from Alpha 2 to Alpha 3, which we really worked hard on trying to add more functionality, more pieces, more creative tools, more things for players to do. All the simulation stuff we're adding as well. All the sharing functionality. We've added a lot of stuff between Alpha 2 and Alpha 3. Things that we're not even talking about, that players are going to find in game, and extra tools, extra settings, things like that. It's amazing. One of the big things was being able to change the colors of your coasters, because we want to give people that creativity so they can change these, build these coasters in anything they can imagine, and then change those colors, make them more unique and more their own.
Yeah. Okay, well, we've got a video to show that stuff off in action.
So no longer coasters are just a single color. You can now change all of the track colors, support colors, and your car colors as well. But you don't just have to change everything on your track. You can now select individual pieces of track and change those colors to be something different as well. And
you can see as well some of the coaster tools as well that are actually on there as well. Andy, I don't know if you can talk us through what the sort of arrows that you're seeing on the screen as well.
Yeah, so the selection tools are much more flexible now, and they're much more straightforward than having we're trying to put things in world as much as possible, so you don't have to spend time dealing with like UI panels and kind of fiddly buttons. Yeah. So as much as possible, we just give you these in-world UI handles, which are much easier to use. And we've got some different smoothing types, so you can smooth everything, just smooth the banking. So I think in each area we've tried to refine and add a few additional tools, as well as adding some major gameplay elements like the management side of things that we talked about yesterday.
Yeah, and we actually have an entire new locale that we haven't been able to show off because we've got some community streamers who come along as well, and it's been so nice. I don't know if you've been able to see any of the actual community streams.
No, Andy and I have been locked in a room together for 3 days solid.
That sounds terrible, to be locked into in any room, in any area with you. In fact, this is almost unbearable having to sit next to you for an hour. So I can't imagine how Andy feels after all day.
Tensions are strained, let's put it that way. Relations are it's tense between us.
All right. So, in all seriousness, though.
Yes, so the deserts.
Yeah, which is
does.
awesome. So we haven't been
Yeah.
able to show it on the community areas because it wasn't quite ready to bring
Yeah.
along. But that's going into Alpha 3 as well, which is,
Yep.
I think, massive. It gives a whole new appearance and a whole new look and a whole new feel to Planet Coaster, which already has its own amazing feel to it. But this is just like an extra level and shows, I mean, again, I don't want to touch, no, I do want to. I don't want to go into too many details. I don't want to spoil anything, but are there going to be other locales that appear?
They will
after
be
this
in
as
the
well?
full game. They won't be in Alpha 3, but we will provide you with more locations for you to build in. Because as you say, every time you move to a different one and start building your theme park in there, it feels completely different. Your inspiration for what you want to build kind of gets set off by the starting point.
Yeah.
So I find with the desert, with the new water stuff we're adding, I immediately want to make it wetter.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just trying to fix
You
it.
want to heal the land.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
So I add a lot more water to my parks in the
Yeah,
desert,
yeah.
while I wouldn't have done that in the
Yep.
tropical area that the players had already.
Great. Well, let's show the video as well. I think we've got one queued up for that. And this video will be uploaded as well to YouTube as well. I think it's already on there, in fact, and I think it runs a bit smoother on the YouTube as well. So do check that out.
For
On
example,
the YouTube. That sounds
YouTube.
Like, it's like something my mum would say. Have you been on that YouTube? The YouTube yet? Anyway.
So we provide you with new tree types and new rock types as well to help make your parks feel like bedded in more with the desert area. And it goes really well with the natural paths as well, because now it just feels like people are just walking around desert areas. That's cool. We have a new lighting. We have a slight change to the lighting system in the desert as well, just to try and make it feel different. And it really does. It feels
because
really
the
dense.
change in colour is so drastic as well. It works really well with the FlexiColor tools because you can now see how different everything looks once you apply FlexiColor to your buildings, to scenery items, to your coasters. It just looks like almost a whole new game.
So just like you can change the colours of your coasters, you can do that with your building pieces and scenery pieces as well. So you can really make them feel completely different parks with the two different areas and all these options now.
Yeah. And then you combine that up with, and I don't think we're going to recap on that exactly today, but the entire new theme. I think we are, in fact, the stuff that we show during Share, so do stick around, stay with us, because we are going to be getting into all of the Share functionality as well coming up, and some management stuff as well. We'll touch back on that as well. But one of those things is the fairy tale theme. So you combine all these new elements in, you get some really strange and wonderful and incredible combinations.
Yeah, already we've only got a couple of the locations, a couple of the themes that we're doing. In the full game, you're going to have more places to build in, more theme types, more pieces, more functionality. So this is almost just, it's not a taste, it's a big taste of what's going to come, but there's even more that we're going to be adding
the
to
management stuff, we've been showing it on the community streams as well. Straight after this, we've got another one with Ollie43, by the way. And we've been showing some of that stuff off, and it's one of those things where, like we were talking about yesterday with management, you can sort of look from a glance and see how well you're managing your park.
Yeah.
But now all this stuff allows you to go in deep and see how that simulation is working underneath. And it's just the start of the things that are going to be coming and growing as well afterwards, which is super exciting. But we do have a couple more things to show here as well, such as, well, I said it yesterday, I'm going to say it again. Only with a simulation game like Planet Coaster could you get excited about the words bins and benches.
Yes.
Super exciting.
Yes,
Exactly. Thank you.
Bins and benches. I
Bins
don't
and
know
benches.
why.
So-
So we can show the video of the bins and benches up again. So the Path Extras video.
Yeah, it's a new thing. So in the Alpha 2, you had bins and benches, but they didn't have any effect on the crowd. The guests that visit your park now get tired, so you have to make sure you have benches in. They litter, so you have to make sure you have enough bins in your park. And as you say, it is exciting for a simulation because it makes the guests that visit your park more believable. We give you functionality to make it easier for those things to snap to the edge of paths, but you don't have to put them there if you want. You can put them in the middle of your paths and use it in like a nice little fun mini game with
It kind of also represents the beginning of the challenge side of the game. So before we had to kind of make it so that guests were mostly happy all the time because you didn't have a way of satisfying their needs, like putting down bins, putting down benches. But now because you can do that, it's a little harder to keep your guests happy all the time. And so we're just adding these extra layers of functionality on top, which makes the challenge of the game kind of come to the surface.
Fantastic.
And people are going to start to see how this is going to be a real simulation game with objectives and career mode and game progression.
Fantastic. And yesterday, another thing that you got excited about, we all saw it, saw it in your eyes. It's just a glimmer of hope finally shone
deep,
through.
deep back in the eyes.
Yeah, and naturally it seems that the community agreed with you that on the priority pass stuff. And we're just going to fire through these now. Let's get in there so we can start talking about the share stuff. But let's quickly show the priority pass video up, and you can just really quickly talk about it as it plays.
Sure. So when you've got a really successful ride, it's no longer kind of the end of customizing that ride. You can maximize your profit from it further. You can add priority lanes, and you simply add it as a kind of shortcut lane from the start to the end. And what this means is that if you put down a kiosk somewhere in your park that sells priority pass tickets, guests who purchase those will go through the priority lane. So there's a whole little system there where if you have enough quality rides with priority pass lanes, you can get an extra revenue stream from the guests who have more money or who really want to go on that ride. But on the flip side, if you do this all the time, then the guests who queue in the normal queue are going to get annoyed because they're queuing way too long. So there's a nice little balance to be struck.
Okay, great. So, and can you adjust the sort of waiting time and the amount of people who are let through at certain times?
Yeah, you can then adjust how fast your priority pass lanes move as well, so you have that extra level of micromanagement aspect. Really cool.
And touching on some of that stuff as well, you should go back if you haven't already seen it. If you haven't already watched yesterday's live stream, do go back and see. These guys go into some really interesting detail that you can't really get anywhere else about how the management system works. Andy, I could talk to you for days at a time about this stuff because it really is a passion for you, isn't it? Getting that management stuff right is important to you.
Yeah, definitely. I think, as you said, the simulation is quite readable as it is because we have very expressive characters. We've got a very flexible camera system. You can zoom right in and see what's going on in the crowd. But a lot of fans and ourselves, we love the extra layer of depth that you can go to. We love being able to manipulate tiny stats and see the impact that has on your overall profit. When you've built this kind of doll's house of a theme park that you've tried to make in exactly the way you want to. And you want to take care of it. You want to make it as successful as possible.
And it looks so beautiful. The game can look incredibly beautiful, even in just half an hour of fiddling around with things and throwing things down. Or you can spend hundreds of hours spending time on tweaking things slightly. We've seen that with the likes of Silverette and builders like that.
Yeah. I mean, just laying out your park in a very basic way is kind of creative. You have to decide where things go and how you connect things up. So right from the off, you're invested in every park you do, and I think that's why people like that extra layer of detail because a single park you can invest a lot of time into, and you want to.
Let's show some more. Let's get things moving on with the video of the janitor, which we showed yesterday as well.
Yeah, so we've added more, worked on the staff system. So in Alpha 2 there wasn't really a detailed staff system. We've added that now. You now have to hire your janitors and your mascots by hand and get that control. But you also have to then manage their happiness levels, their salary levels. The janitors go around emptying your bins, cleaning up the litter that's been around. So you now have that to factor into the simulation as well, that the guests they'll litter, make your park untidy, and that might ultimately have effect on their happiness. But you have to manage his happiness as well, because how happy he is will affect how effective he is at his job.
He looks great. He looks very happy there, to be honest. He's spinning that stick. Cool. And then we've got another. I think that relates to the mascots as well. It relates to the vendors too. I think we've got videos of those we can get on, and then we can get on to talking about the juicy stuff for today. So this is showing the mascots and the staff list you just talked about.
Yeah. So this is a new mascot for the new theme, the fairy tale theme. So we give you a mascot to help support that in those areas as well. But it's showing here that you have the training. You have to worry about her salary, her training level. And say if you train her up, which you can't do immediately, you have to. The staff have to gain experience almost before you can train them to the next level. But once you do that, there's little systems involved in how effective they are at their jobs. So it's not just about training them and immediately then getting a benefit. You have to they're going to want more money. If they're overtrained but not doing enough work, they'll lose happiness because they're now overqualified for the work they're doing. So there's all that stuff you can balance again. It's just that extra depth that we're adding.
Awesome.
It's also something you kind of monitor when you're playing the game because you could figure out the system at some point and go, oh, okay, I need to train to this level and give this salary and I've got it. But actually, because of the workload variable we've got alongside this, you have to keep an eye on how busy they are, how many people this guy's entertaining, and that's something that's very hard to sort of predict. So it's quite a kind of. I think every park will have to deal with staff differently if they want to maximise their efficiency.
everyone's favourite mascot there at the end,
my favourite.
Cosmic Cow. He's my favourite too.
He's great.
Right, okay, we got, should we show off vendors really quickly and see how that has an impact on things and talk through how that's changed from Alpha 2 to Alpha 3?
So the vendors I find are the best way to see the effect on their training and their happiness levels, because in my parks, my shops are the key things. They're the things that everyone goes to for their food, their drink, their souvenirs. So making sure that your vendors are working as efficiently as possible is better for your park, and it really does show, because they move faster across the counter if they're happier, and if they're overworked they're going to be slower. So you really need to make sure that your vendors are working as efficiently as possible, because it makes your queues go down faster, and that has a big effect on the guest happiness, because if they're really thirsty but all the queues are too long, they're just going to leave. So you really do have to manage your vendors' happinesses as well. Very cool.
Great. Well, before we move on to the meat and potatoes of the Share live stream, I want to ask you, Doc M, yesterday we were talking with him, we were playing with him, and he was telling me that for him, it's the management stuff that is the most important part of the game for him. That's what he wants to get involved in. He wants to be able to make, and he was adjusting prices and taking everything down to $1, so everyone was just loving every single ride. And he was like, so can it go down to that granular level where you are having to adjust every individual price to try and reach that perfect park? Is it possible to reach 100% happiness with a perfect park?
100% guest happiness.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
I don't
it's a good
commit.
question, right?
That's a question.
difficult.
That is all you, Andy.
Is theoretically possible? Yes.
It'd be quite hard though, because you've
I
got to
think
find the
it'd be
right
very
balance with
hard.
everything: money versus expectation
Yeah.
versus.
I mean,
scenery
if you had
versus-
one guest in your park, you could potentially make him incredibly happy. I think that would be very, very hard to do.
Yeah.
Is all I'm saying.
Okay, but okay, cool. And then you've, really quickly before we get onto it, I promise it's and this is big stuff, by the way. The Share stuff, it is huge. It's probably the biggest noticeable addition to Alpha 3, I think.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've got so many things.
Okay.
I want you to try. We've been doing this for the Elite Dangerous live streams. I want you to try and list everything that's going in. I want you to try and do it, but later. We'll do it later, or maybe tomorrow. I'll let you practice.
Oh, I
I'll
need
let
to
you practice. So. The challenges and things like that. There's like potentially a challenge mode, and again, it's not all set in stone, I want to say. And this isn't going in Alpha 3, by the way. This is for the final release on November the 17th. Quick reminder, now that it's in my head. Alpha 3 access, you won't be able to buy access to Alpha 3 after August the 25th. So now is the time to try and buy into, now it's time to buy into Alpha 3 and get access to that. Because after the August the 25th, you won't be able to anymore. And then November the 17th is the final release of the game, and we'll have loads more information in the weeks coming up to that, where we talk about stuff coming into the release. But for now, Andy, one last time quickly on management.
Yep.
Talk me through a little bit about the challenges, but also, it's not a career? Is that what you're calling it? Not a career?
So there's a career mode,
Career.
which will be a series of scenarios, increasing difficulty, which basically ask you to complete various objectives and to make a park a success in broad terms. There'll be a number of different objectives, and obviously you try and complete those in however way. We want to try and retain some of the creativity of the overall game in these scenarios. So you'll have an objective, but how you reach that objective, and what areas of the game interest you most, and what areas of the game you like to get involved in and make money from. You can kind of follow your own path, but it's also where we have slightly more focused objectives, just to kind of show you different bits of the game. But they'll all be contextualized, and they'll have a little more sort of narrative kind of grounding, these scenarios. So you'll feel like you're kind of engaging with a real park, and then building it up.
Excellent, fantastic stuff. Okay, so are we ready now? Are we settled? Comfortable? Take a moment to adjust in your chair to make sure you're feeling good. Yeah?
Chair is a bit weird.
You're okay? You're comfortable? Great stuff. Okay, well then, let's talk about Share. We did create day one.
Don't do the dad joke
Don't
again.
do the dad joke. No, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to talk about Share.
Oh, I love her. She's got some really good songs.
Let's talk about sharing.
Yeah.
And I can't even spell it now. CHER, share. Obviously day one we talked about create, we talked about manage yesterday, and today we're going to talk about sharing, which is sort of one of the key things that's going into Alpha 3, but also I think it's one of the things that's going to make Planet Coaster especially incredible and unbeatable in a lot of ways. So, cue it up. Tell me about this feature.
So, Planet Coaster, we want to make it full of creative tools for those people that just want to use it as a sandbox in sandbox mode and build amazing theme parks, or use the building tools to make things not even related to theme parks. Just using the tools to build amazing creations that the community have already been doing, and we've seen those on, I think, some of your live streams as well. Those guys have been amazing for building stuff. But it's also a management game. And we've been working on getting all the deep management in, all the simulation in, that get people like Andy and myself ticking along. But we want to make it so that you can share all these creative tools. So we see YouTube videos and things like that, but we want to make it so that in-game it's really easy for you to build things and share that content out amongst all the other players of Planet Coaster. And the first aspect of that was we need to make it easy for you to create a coaster or create a building and then save it again to be used later on. So we have the duplicate functionality at the minute, but we wanted to make it we want to add more functionality to make it even easier for you to build a building, build a coaster layout, and then use it again in a new park weeks later if you wanted.
Okay, so I think we've got a video of that working in action as well, so let's check that out.
So in Alpha 3, we call them blueprints. So we will give you blueprinted coasters, shops, and facilities in buildings that you can then put down in your park, so you don't have to build everything from scratch. So you can now, if you wanted to, you can do that. We have all that depth, but for people like myself that aren't artistic and creative, I can just put down a coaster, connect it up.
Yeah, that blows my mind, the way you can raise it up.
Yeah,
and
so
down
you
the
can
tracks
raise
as
it
well.
up, put it
seems
down.
very flexible.
So I can then put this in-game, connect it up, and then the guest will use it. So this is
that is a lot of upside down time right there. Ugh.
But it also means that if I build a coaster from scratch, that I can save that out and then use it again later on. Or I can take a blueprint that I made a week ago, change the colour, add a few more loops, save that out again, and use that one again. So it makes it really easy for you to build your coaster creations, edit them, save them out, use them again later.
Again, this is fresh stuff. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt.
Well, I was just going to make the point that this is also one of the biggest changes since Alpha 2 is that when you go into your browsers to look for things to put in your world, you're not confronted by this kind of intimidating, hundreds of wall pieces. You just see buildings and it's like, okay, I want to put down a shop. I'll just click on that shop and put it down. And that's a big step forward for how I think a great many people will play this game, because a lot of people aren't super artistic. They don't want to engage with the detailed creativity elements, but they do want to play it as a management game.
And I think having that freedom is really incredible. So you can still click, obviously, the custom button right next to it and start from scratch entirely, or you can share things. Let's keep going through these videos. The next one, I think, shows off sort of building some of these.
We give you that functionality for coasters, but we also want to give you that functionality for buildings as well.
Okay.
So you can now do that. So if you build a building, you can now save that out as a blueprint, and reuse that again later on as well.
Okay, very much in the same way what we just saw, but for buildings, I think we've got a video example. Brilliant.
So yet again, when you go into the shops, we have pre-built shops built by us in the office. So the coasters were built by, crafted lovingly in the office for you to use. Same with the buildings. So we kind of give you pre-built beautiful things that you can already put in your park, but you can then edit those, change them around however you want. So it just makes it really easy now for you to build a very pretty theme park without having, as Andy says, to get into the basic construction pieces and doing it that way.
So at launch, again, sorry to think ahead to launch, because I know we're talking about Alpha 3 a lot here, but at launch, are there going to be more of these within each theme and stuff like that?
Yeah, so we're planning to add example buildings for these are various different shops, so we're trying to add different shop types in all the different themes. So if you want to quickly put together a fairy tale corner like this one, full of hat shops, drink shops, it's very easy for you to do that. But if you wanted to do by hand, you've got all the fairy tale pieces and all the wall set pieces to build your own versions of these if you want. Or you can take these, use them as a starting block, and change the colour, make them different, add some different wall pieces, and it really is very powerful now, because it makes it it's easier now for people that, like me, aren't artistic, but I can now build very pretty theme parks.
So that's sort of, as you use the word, locally, which is a bit of a game dev speak thing.
Yeah.
That's on your machine.
Yeah.
So you can save your own stuff out to your machine. But what if I want, and this is me, perfect segue here, what if I want to share it with the world?
We're going to do that as well.
Hey, very
so
good.
you can now take your locally saved blueprints, and Alpha 3 will be on Steam. It means we can integrate into Steam Workshop. So now you can take your blueprints, your coasters, your buildings, your your little scenes with houses and dragons, and save those blueprints out and upload those to Steam Workshop in-game in just a few button clicks.
It's honestly massive, and for anybody who's sitting here watching this, there are some people sitting around outside here as well. It's huge. Like, the sharing function is absolutely massive. Like, how creative people get. You should see some of the stuff that these people make, and now you'll just be able to copy and paste their stuff. It's like massive spaceships. You've got, some like film-themed things like Optimus Prime and stuff like that. Just much just plug him in your game. Unbelievable.
And you can put it in your park, and you can see, in extreme examples like that, you can see like how it's been put together, which is one of the really interesting aspects about those.
So you can click on it and edit it, then it can't.
So you can start, you can edit it and start taking it apart component by component. You can change the colors. You can build with it. So one of the really interesting things that it enables is almost collaborative works where, Rich can be working on something and upload it, and I think, well, I can expand that. I can, or I can combine it with other buildings, or I can put a coaster through it, because you can do combinations of. You can add a coaster and as well as buildings, as well as scenery items in the same blueprint.
So if I'm really good at building coasters, but Andy's really good at building buildings, I can build a coaster layout, upload that layout to Workshop.
Wow.
Andy can go to my Steam Workshop, download that into his game, add the building to it, and then share it in his workshop. I can upload it again, I can download it, and now we've kind of collaborated our skill sets together, and we can have these really awesome things.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I genuinely didn't know.
It's not just, you don't have to be big on it as well. If you just want to share small, like, basic building blocks.
A selection of scenery pieces or something?
Yeah, so you don't have to, you don't have to share massive buildings, massive scenes. You can still share small things as well.
Just an interesting sort of collection of objects. So you could create a little campfire scene with some of the like the pirate scenery items we've got, and say here's a campfire scene, and someone else can just put it in the bucket. It's not. It doesn't need to take many hours to create.
Okay. So and all this functionality is in
Alpha 3.
Yeah.
So I think
let's see an example
video
of this
showing
in
you the
action.
flow and how easy it is for you to take to create a blueprint and then upload it to Steam.
So you can see. Okay.
So in this case, we have a half-finished building. So we take it, add some roofs to it. It's very quick and easy. So if you are creative and you just finishing off a building, it's very easy to just add the pieces together.
And that's all been made by piece by piece for anybody who has.
So the multi-select tool is kind of at the heart of it all. So you can now multi-select a whole section of stuff.
Okay.
This is also a really good way of like deleting big swathes of areas of your park or moving them around. But you can also create blueprint, of course. And
so you select the building using multi-select. You can select all the things that you want to have in your blueprint.
Yeah.
You frame up the camera, because that automatically will then create a icon for you that will then appear in the browser to help you find it later. So you give it a title and a description, so you can find, makes it a bit easy for you to find it.
A nice place to get away.
so these are tags. So these will determine what browser and what category and what subcategory the item will appear under. So it helps you find it, helps you kind of group things in different areas.
It's really nice.
And they'll also be searchable on Steam. So those will be categories on Steam that you can search to find these kinds of things.
So in this case, we only have one, but the tags, if you have hundreds of blueprints, the tags fill in the category stuff for us, make it easier to find. Then you just select your blueprint, hit upload to Steam. We automatically fill out the title and the description, because unless if you want to change it, you can change it.
You can.
And then you press a button, and now it's uploaded into your Steam Workshop.
So that image, it's worth noticing. Obviously, it's placeholder.
There's still more to go, but yeah.
So this is imagine now we switch to another player. Oh, this is new as well. This is completely
so this is the new menu system. So imagine now I'm at the other end. I want to find the fairy tale house. I find my friend who's created that content. I just find it in game, see their workshop, hit subscribe, and now it's in my Blueprints browser in game, so I can then use it in my parks.
We've got to be nice to each other with some ratings. So it's that simple. So you've already subscribed, and now you press the click button. It's now in there. And so now she can take that and put. Okay.
Now it's in your blueprints. So that's the one that my friend Helen built. I can now
including
use
the trees as well.
Including everything that they put together, and I can just put that in my park.
That's really amazing.
So it just means anything you build, you can save locally, which was powerful. But now we're making it really easy for you to share that stuff out.
Well, I'm mildly overwhelmed by how impressed I am with you.
we are so excited with this, because we saw how powerful the community's creations were and how they resonated. So we wanted to make it's really easy for people to get that stuff out. And it also means I can build beautiful things now. I have the power to be beautiful, Ed.
Yes,
I don't-
finally.
finally, yeah, finally.
Your dreams can come
So
true.
I just
Follow
need to
your
rely on
dreams.
other people. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Also, we're just going to watch this video again. Andy, tell us about why this is important.
So I find the multi-select tool is really
Yeah, that's all
powerful.
new stuff, right?
That's brand new for
Okay.
Alpha 3.
I genuinely actually haven't heard most of this, so I knew that we were doing blueprints, of course, but I wasn't sure whether you'd be able to take the scenery with you. I thought it was like a single building.
No, so you can
So
combine
you can climb the whole
buildings,
area.
scenery,
roller
and coasters.
So does that mean we can do the entire park?
There's a limit to the size
There's a
of the
limit to size.
blueprint,
Okay.
but we're hoping it's high enough to get all these creations
Okay.
in. But yeah, it's going to be so amazing.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I just can't wait to see what people are going to build and share, because in the office, I always end up building the same house
Yeah.
because I have no imagination.
You have your one house that you
I have
do.
my
Is it
house.
just literally the vanilla pieces?
It's
in
like
a
4 walls, the flat roof, and then it's like blue with a yellow roof.
It's nice. It's nice. Yeah.
Um,
Good.
yeah.
And then
It's just
yeah,
so,
this is
it's
where
just so easy. You
Yeah,
just
that-
press a button.
yeah.
You can update existing items as well. So if you've built your fairy tale house and uploaded it and then improved it, you can update an existing workshop item you've had. Rather than creating a new one every time,
Yeah.
you can just update your old one on Steam.
Well, you probably know more than me about. One second. You probably know more than me about Steam Workshop and how that works, because, well, I would hope so, being the producer on Fly Coaster. But can people, if things are rated higher, those will go to the top of the lists and stuff
Yeah,
like that?
so we're trying to incorporate that kind of stuff into the new
Okay.
front end, so it'll be easy for you to find popular content, most downloaded that week. So we're going to try and integrate that functionality into game to make it really easy to find the content that's really going well, that's really resonating with the rest of the community.
You're actually getting a glimpse there as well on the screen of some of the avatar stuff as well.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to choose. And I think that we have, unless there's something else you want to show beforehand, I think we actually have some brand new images of how that might work and how that's going to
Yeah.
work.
So if we did, getting all these creations out was kind of like the first half of the equation.
Right.
If you make it really easy for people to get their content out, but not easy to find it,
Yeah.
it's kind of, you're not doing it worthwhile. So
Yes.
we've changed the main menu front end flow. So instead of the old way where you end up on just a globe with some
Yeah.
pins on,
Yeah.
you now, I think the video shows
Yeah,
it
yeah, well,
a lot
let's show
better
the
than
video.
I can
Yeah, of
in
course.
words. You start the game and you pick an avatar. We call it the avatar. The avatar, an avatar.
Not
And it's
Avatar.
not the film. You use the pieces that build up the crowd, and you can create yourself, as close to yourself as you like. Give you different hats, leg types, trousers, shirts, all that stuff, and then you use the same kind of painting system that the buildings and the coasters have to make it as unique as possible as well.
So can I caveat at this point as well that this is the stuff. This is again.
This is brand
one
new
more time,
stuff.
This is brand new stuff, and it's
Brand
going to
new.
Alpha 3.
In Alpha
So you're
3.
going to be able to make a avatar on it. This is
Yep.
really cool.
And we're going to add more and more options for you as
That's
for
what
the
I
full
wanted to
game.
ask, yeah.
So yeah.
So the full game's going to have loads more options in there. It just takes time to start adding these things once we've been tested,
Yeah.
I suppose. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, you can see the colour switching on the left of that as well. Oh,
Beat you to it.
very nice.
So you build an avatar. It's a very simple interface. It has the same sort of charm and uses the same character assets that the crowd have in game already. You can give yourself hats. It's pretty cool. But that's just like the first step. The second step after this is you register. We call it an avatar HQ. So when you saw the globe and you see all your friends and the content creators on the planet of Planet Coaster, you choose where you want to appear in their game. So now when they load up their version, you will appear in that level.
Yes.
So there's all of the devs crowded around Cambridge. But for instance, with someone else, you click on them and you can see their workshop in game, and then you can then download it.
I want you to
Really
go over
cool.
that again. That's a lot of information, so I do want you to go over just that particular element again. But before I do, one more reminder today that Alpha 3 you can only pick up Alpha 3 before August the 25th. After August the 25th, you will no longer be able to purchase Alpha 3. Obviously, that will continue on afterwards. You'll be able to take part in it, but until August 25th is the last time you'll be able to buy it. So I keep having to remind people, because if you want to get involved, do it now. So some of the stuff we were seeing there. So, for example, if I've made a load of stuff and say, all you have to do, well, you'll never want to because I'm terrible at building, but you never know. You might want to come see how ridiculous my creations look. You'll be able to find me on that map.
So we put on the planet, we call them celebrities, so there's probably Frontier developers in there to begin with.
Okay.
So you'll be able to see our Steam workshops and what we've been building, but you also the globe will also have in your Planet Coaster Steam friends. So any of your Steam friends that are playing Planet Coaster they will appear on the globe. So we're friends.
Yes.
Right.
What do you mean? You mean like video game friends or colleagues? Well, colleagues. I'd call us colleagues.
Just Steam friends.
Steam.
That's-
we
put that
are
below.
friends on Steam.
So that
yes.
means anything you build, you will appear in my globe. When I start Planet Coaster, there'll be an Ed Lewis there, very small Ed Lewis.
Because we're already friends. On
So
Steam.
we're already friends. We don't need to do anything extra.
Right.
I can then click on you in the globe, see your Steam workshop, see all that creativity that you have.
Yep.
Subscribe to anything new you've made. It'll me to use it.
And then you go manually through and click. Oh yeah, I want that bit. Yeah, I want that bit.
You can say I really like that house you've built.
Yeah,
I
this
can hit
might be
subscribe.
asking too much. Is there any way to just get all of it? I want all of his stuff.
One thing at a time, Ed.
Okay, sorry.
One thing at a Jeez.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, I think I'm expecting too much.
And then we'll also maybe try and do it so if I find, when you search Steam Workshop and you find something else that you like, if you subscribe to that content, that person might appear in your globe. So even though you're not Steam friends with them, we're going to try and make it easier to help you get to content from content creators that you might have used before. So it's going to be really powerful in connecting people together and getting all that collaboration that we're hoping and their content out. Really
Or if there are any particular popular kind of creators, then we've got this curated list. The list on the right-hand side is another way of, or the list that you saw on the right-hand side of the screen is another way of kind of accessing the globe. So you don't have to click on your friends on the globe. You can look at the list, and there'll be an item there that you might want.
It's going to be uploaded to YouTube afterwards as well, so do head over to there and see. You'll be able to pause it on different parts and see it. Again, quick caveat, it's actually, of course, still work in progress, and there's plenty of time before November the 17th for things to change. A few days before my birthday, by the way, so thanks for the birthday gift.
You're welcome.
I know that's why you did it. I know that's why you chose that date. We do have some questions that I want to read out some questions for the last couple of days. So if you have got any questions, you can ask us by using the hashtag PlanetCoaster. So that's hashtag PlanetCoaster on Twitter. We're going to be grabbing some things from there. We're also taking things from the forum as well. So there's a sticky forum post where you can ask us. I think because we're doing a bit of a recap tomorrow in tomorrow's session with all of this stuff again, we're going to come back to with all this stuff. We're going to try and fit in a few questions here and there, just littered throughout. Littered. Is that? Littered sounds like they're rubbish, doesn't it? They're dotted beautifully.
Dotted.
Placed. Accurately placed, appropriately. That's what we like at Planet Coaster. All right, so let's do a couple now before we move on to our live segment, because we have got a live build of the game being played by Ollie43. He's coming back. I know he's been playing a little bit backstage, and I think he's got an idea of some more of the creation stuff he's going to do today. Should be a lot of fun, so do tune in for that. And also a chance to get to see everything we've talked about in the last few days live in action. And then this afternoon, we have Delay Designer coming on. And she has done some incredible stuff. And I know she's a bit nervous because she's never played the game in front of a live audience before, but she's absolutely fantastic at building and designing things. So I can't wait to see what she comes up with. And then tomorrow, we've got the wonderful Silverette. I'm looking over there, Silverette. Is that the correct pronunciation?
Probably.
Yes, yes, I got it right. And Rudy coming down as well, and Rudy did some incredible stuff. So you might have seen some of the, I don't want to say the name of a space-themed sci-fi film creations that are absolutely incredible, but you can search for those, you can find them. There are other space-themed films.
Are we on the BBC?
Yeah, I don't know, you've got to be careful these days, don't you? We don't want to get sued, we're on a live stream. So questions really quickly before we show the dev diary and get things switched over as well. And we might even leave, I think, on that, the last video we showed, because it was quite nice, so maybe we should close on that. A couple of questions really quickly. SP Ridley says, why did you remove the 3-axis rotation, or was it still in the game? That's an interesting question.
So it's still in there. The advanced move tools are still in there, and we've now actually improved those. So the widgets that you use to kind of like move them around, the handles that you use to grab things are presented better. We've fixed a few of the bugs that were in that system in Alpha 2 as well, and we've added this new feature, which is world axis rotation and world axis transform.
Yeah,
Which sounds a bit complicated,
explain that, because I always struggle to,
Sure.
because I'm an idiot, I always struggle to explain that one.
So the idea is that when you use these handles and you use them to kind of very accurately move your scenery items around across 3 axes, currently you do it along axes that are in relation to that object.
Okay. Yeah.
And then what
Local.
Pardon?
They're local axes.
Local
the
axes.
object.
Okay.
The object.
Yes.
And
Okay.
then if you click the world axis button, what that does is it aligns it to the axis of the entire park. So
Okay.
The
basically-
world.
The world.
The world axis.
The ground. The
So-
floor.
It's a little bit hard to explain in,
Yeah.
in,
Yeah,
you know,
without
in
showing
words.
it.
But
We might get the chance to show it tomorrow as well. After
Yeah, then we talk.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's something that sounds really complicated, and it's like, well, why do you need that? But then when you start building with the tools, you realize actually, if I want to do a row of trees alongside my initial path, yeah, I need to switch to a world axis. You know, if I want to skew my shipwreck galleon, but then I want to move it in line with other things in the park, you use local axis, then world axis. So it's a little bit of a kind of advanced tool,
Yep.
but actually I think we'll be surprised how many people find it useful.
Very powerful.
Another new thing.
No, it's new.
coming
So
into
we
software.
went back, improved what we had, added more functionality to it, and what we've got now is pretty cool.
I'm just reading through these questions now, and these are great. Thank you so much for sending these questions in. I wish we got them to them earlier, but we will have opportunity to answer more of these. Do come back tomorrow, because I think we'll try and get through loads of different
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah, that's fine.
Show some of the stuff in game and recap it, but we have to get confirmation on that sort of thing. So yeah, I'll keep people up to date on that. So one more question from here. Will it be possible in Alpha 3 to have multiple trains on one coaster?
No, unfortunately not. But it is something we are going to add for the main game
November the 17th.
for November the 17th.
Great. One more, because that was a nice quick answer. Widland, Quebec says the possibility to create multi-angle buildings with the same building, multi-grid building. I always find it too much complicated. Sorry, I'm going to have to translate. To be forced to create many buildings just to create something with multiple different angles.
Yeah. So we are aware of this, and I think, as we saw earlier, you can create blueprints.
Sorry, Andy, could you summarise the question a little bit, so
Oh,
just
yeah,
to make
sure.
sure it's understood?
You did a great job.
So the idea is that if you've got 3 buildings that you want to make into one kind of cohesive building, but they're sort of at different angles, so you've got them kind of askew like this in a kind of hexagonal kind of shape, you might want those all to be part of one building, even though you've built them on separate building grids.
Yes.
But
okay, sure.
that's fine. But what you can do now is you can multi-select those things with the multi-select tool we saw earlier, make them one blueprint,
Oh wow!
and then you can
it
kind
will
of
be one building.
and then
Wow.
you move them around as one building.
Ridiculous.
And then once you place them down,
Yeah.
you've got them as individual grids again. So that's the kind of way in which you can do that now with these new tools.
It continues to blow my mind. What I really want to do right now is say a huge thank you to you guys for coming back again. Honestly, Andy and Rich, it's been a pleasure sitting here with you over these last few days. I'm looking forward to doing it again. Should we do this again sometime?
Why not?
Tomorrow?
Let's come back.
Such a joker.
Why not?
He's such a joker. So what we're going to do is we're going to show the video of the blueprint stuff in action again. Don't. We're going to show the video of the blueprint stuff in action again, and then I think if you can queue up the dev diary afterwards, because we want to give some love to those guys in audio again,
Yeah.
because it's absolute the work that they've done. The Frontier Developments audio team are just stunning. So honestly, one more thing I want to say as well. Thank you to everybody at home back in Cambridge working on this game and making it possible. That is from everybody. I mean, customer support team. We're talking to the QA team. We're talking. Keep help me out. Animation team.
Design team.
Design.
Whole lot.
Oh, the
Design
designers.
team.
Nah.
Production
The
team.
production team. Audio. Keep going. We want anybody.
So many people.
It would be
Art,
lovely if we
code.
could mention people like one by one.
The code team. Yeah, I forgot the code team.
team,
Yeah,
quite useful.
publishing,
Everyone.
community,
Everyone at
who-
Frontier except Dean.
Especially Dean. It
Especially
takes a
Dean.
lot to make these things happen and make Gamescom happen and make this game happen. And I continue to be blown away every single day, walking through, seeing the concept guys working on their
Yeah.
things. I'm blown away every single day, honestly. And that goes for all the guys at Frontier. So that's both across all of our different properties and stuff. That it's all stunning
Amazing.
stuff. So let's show that video one last time. We're gonna queue up and get ready for Ollie. So I'll say goodbye to you guys. Thank
Goodbye.
you.
Bye, Ed.
Goodbye. And
Thanks,
goodbye,
everyone.
everybody. Let's cue the video, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Am I clapping?
It's a truism that you don't notice fantastic audio in a game because you're having such a great experience playing the game. It's so easily overlooked. I would say at least 50% of your experience in a game is audio, possibly more. We've really tried to take the player on a similar flow that they'd experience with a film or a TV show. So when you go from the more kind of mundane areas of a game, like the menus, it's all scored. You know, that loading moment is all scored. So when you start the game, you've had this lovely dun 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 dun, and then it gets into the game and it kind of just plays out with a gentle like strum on the strings of the guitar.
In game development, sound is part of this grander whole, and we've got so many really creative people working on this project. So sound is helping support all those people in what they do, and at the same time it's supporting people that play this game.
I think the intention of the audio in Planet Coaster is really to complement the amazing work that the artists, the animators did and bring it to life.
So early on when we started working on the announcement trailer, I came across Compass by Lady Antebellum based on a tip from my creative director. It just completely nailed the vibe. It was warm, it was friendly, it was honest. There was an authenticity to it, and I wanted to capture that in the game. And this is what led me to coming across this chap, Jim Guthrie.
We were just tossing words back and forth, and he would say stuff like, I really want something that's organic, that feels like a live musician played it. I think there was a line where he said, made by humans for humans. But I think I was just walking home one day, and I thought, he's talking about Jim Guthrie. Wouldn't it be amazing if we could just get Jim Guthrie to do it?
It seemed like a really cool project, and yeah, we just jammed on some ideas, and sort of I made a demo to see if they, what they would like. I sort of sat down and I started to whistle, and I played some chords and I recorded it. I sent them about like a 30-second song, and they loved it and asked me to try and make it into 3 minutes.
The first time I heard it, it was just an early version. It wasn't what you hear at the moment. It's just that theme tune. Just basically that 20-second bar, and I was like, this is going to be a really great sounding game.
When Janesta Boudreau talked about Jim Guthrie and said, I know this composer, he'd be great for the game, and she sent us some of the tracks, and we were like, yeah, this is it. We can hear the man behind the music. We can hear that this is a composer making their own kind of music, and it doesn't matter what style it is. That sense, that feeling is going to be in that music.
So one of the things that people often say about Planet Coaster is it's full of personality, it's full of character, and we do everything from the design of the characters to the rides to the animations. We always try and look at the charm, we look at the personality behind it, and I think audio have done exactly the same thing. They've approached this game at a high level and said that it needs to be personable, it needs to be about the human interaction, not only what you're doing when you're building a park, but actually the audio feedback is always at a very human level, and it always has a personality to it, and it's very welcoming.
In the process of creating sound for a game, we start with the sounds themselves, and then we integrate them into the game engine, and we manipulate them in real time. We make them sound higher up or lower down. There's all these things that we can do. And then all these sounds together come into a mix, and it doesn't matter how good your sounds are. If the mix isn't right, if it isn't telling the right kind of story, it puts the right kind of sounds in the foreground and the wrong sounds in the background, then it's going to be noise.
Mixing in a runtime environment is always going to bring up unexpected results, and that sometimes those results are really exciting. And I think one of the keys of being a good sound designer is recognizing when one of those things is happening, and being a good editor and deciding, well, actually that's somewhere I want to go. So we'll take that idea, we'll then iterate on that idea.
It's an exciting time when you start to prototype, you start realising what's going to work, what might not work. There's a lot of failure, but when you iterate and iterate, you start to discover amazing possibilities.
So the mix is always changing on a coaster. So, you're going up, you're going down. We're always trying to reflect when you're feeling G-force, or when your speed is changing, when you're accelerating or decelerating, when you're braking. We try and reflect all those things. What that leads to is a very engaging soundtrack.
We've approached the authenticity by sending a sound recordist called Watson Wu to a theme park, and he put microphones on everything. He put them on coasters, he put them on brakes, he put them on flat rides. So we have this pristine, authentic recordings of real roller coasters, of real flat rides, and then we embellish that.
Back in the day, we needed coders to hook up our sounds in the code, trigger them. It was 90% design and 10% coder time. These days it's more like 50-50, and we work together very closely right from the beginning, right to the end of the process of whatever you're working on.
To make sure that all these layers of sounds that we have for the clunks, for the wheels, for the wind, respond really well to the track. We need programmers. We need programmers to tell us this is kind of what the game is doing, this is kind of the reduced information you need as a sound designer, and then as a sound designer I can use that kind of reduced set of information to manipulate those sounds in real time. And you won't even notice it half of the time that we're doing this in the background, but without coders, games wouldn't sound half as good as they do today.
So generally it starts off with the sound designer having an idea for what they want, something to do. So they might say, I want the crowd to do this. And then we'll look into other parts of the game to see what's going on, where are people, stuff like that, and then process that data into what sounds we want to play. One of the cool things that we're doing is audio-driven animation. This is where guests in the park will react to the audio that's happening around them. So if you've got a mascot that's walking around and they're making a lot of noise, then people around them are much more likely to, turn back and look at them, because there's something for them to look at. It's not just that they're nearby, it's that there's a reason that they're looking at them.
The audio have come to the party and looked at what like a mascot is doing in a suit. And they've actually added a new dimension in terms of the acting and the performance. But equally, if they look at a suit and they say, well, actually, that's a guy inside a suit, it'll sound a lot like that. It will be there'll be an aspect of that which makes it all the more real, because you look at it and it makes perfect sense why it's a little bit muffled.
Well, Coaster King was always going to be a bit of a maniac, so we had to cast a bit of a maniac. Lewis's name came up. I saw some of his work and I just thought, yeah, this guy's fantastic. I have to say, I've not laughed quite as much during a directing session. It was just so funny listening to him just go off and do his thing.
We early on in the project wanted to have, it's always useful if you're doing emotes for people going over the tops of a great big hill on a coaster, for them to scream and say something, and normally it's kind of garbage nonsense, and some people might say something which sounds a bit like a swear word accidentally. So we had to define a language which gives a consistency to the world.
The reason why Planko came about was we needed people to express themselves in a way that was understandable, and we just liked the idea of creating our own language. So James Stant, another one of our sound designers, he came up with the concept of Planko.
Planko is the language that is spoken by the guests, the staff, and the mascots in Planet Coaster. When I create a new word for the Planko language, it's normally one of three approaches that I take. The first is word association. The second is onomatopoeia, so sounds like, so if I've got to think of shot or something, I think pichu. So pichu is my word for shot. It's just, what does it sound like? Okay, let's put that in word form. Third is representing a similarity to an existing language.
The crowds tell you what's right about your park. So we toyed for a long time with doing languages on them, but then we thought, well, that would make them English. That would kind of take away this unique look. And then we toyed with the idea of just having no voices at all, but that would make it so hard to create a certain realism. People talking to each other, people expressing that they enjoy themselves.
The reason I love Planko is because it just adds more depth to the world, and I start to believe in the planet that is Planet Coaster. I can imagine what they do when they leave the park, because they have their own language. Yeah, I think it's great. It's like Tolkien writing for elves that don't exist. It's fantastic.
It's just really playful. There's a lovely symbiosis with the style of the game as well, and I just felt that it was just a really strong thing to include and have as part of the game.
We've made a really deep and really exciting simulation, but we also know that people need to like it. They need to love the personality of Planet Coaster, and that has to come from the visuals, it has to come from the audio, and it really has happened. I think it's continuing to go down this path of being a deeply detailed simulation with a personality, with a life, and I love that aspect of this game.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to day 3 of Planet Coaster live from GamesCom 2016. Come on, everybody, round of applause, please, all the way around. Woo. There you go. Nice,
Yeah.
nice. That's a good start.
That's
isn't
a good
it?
start. That
If
gets
I
me
could
amped.
if I could wake up every day and someone would just give me a round of applause as I walked out the door, that would make me feel so much better.
That would lift you up. I imagine that would, yes.
Well, for you, Ollie, I'm surprised that doesn't happen because you are such a star. You're such a star. You're such a star for coming down here. If you need me to do that, I will do that for you as well. Nothing creepy.
Okay.
We
We can start with a chair and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, okay, we'll see what happens.
I'll see
It's
what
a
happens.
natural. That's called building a friendship and a relationship, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're going to do right now as well as building a theme park. Segue. Okay, so Ollie 43, you've returned. You've done us a massive favor here. You've taken time out of your own day and your own schedule here at Gamescom to come along and play some of the Alpha 3 build, which I can't thank you more for doing.
I am loving getting access to Alpha 3 because I know everyone at home is probably watching this and just really looking forward to getting their hands on it. It's so much fun, and I'm super excited. Because yesterday was crazy. We showed a lot of stuff. Today, we're going to hopefully build more pretty park, and it's going to look good. So I'm super, super excited.
Can people watch this over at your stream
as
well?
So if you don't watch this on the Planet Coaster YouTube channel, you can see it on Ollie43 channel. That's my YouTube channel. We recently hit 1 million subscribers, which is awesome.
1 million subscribers, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
1 million subscribers for that's pretty
thank
impressive.
you. But yeah. By the way,
I've got 800 on my Twitch TV channel.
I should mention, hello everyone who's watching on my channel. Because we are, of course, streaming on both Planet Coaster and my channel. So hopefully, you guys are having a good time.
Great. So, I mean, let's sort of take it away. You've made a request to me today. You said, can you let me concentrate? No, I'm going to be I'll be talking with the chat and talking to you guys in the chat as well, but I think we're going to let you sort of concentrate. And so if you ever go, what? When I'm asking you a question, that's why. He's just kind of concentrating on making something a little bit prettier today, which will be awesome. And a quick reminder before we jump in as well. Did you see any of the stuff yesterday that Silverette was building or the other day? The amazing castle with the archway.
Yes, it's ridiculous.
He's incredible. He's going to be coming back tomorrow. He's actually going to be closing the show with us. And I think that he's working on a collaboration with Rudy. Is that right? So actually, those two guys, you may have seen the stuff. I'm going to say it this time. He built these incredible Star Destroyer things, right? Have you seen the Star Destroyer?
The Star Destroyer is like...
It's unbelievable, right? And he did that, and he did like Optimus Prime. He did, shout out some more that he's done, some incredible builds. Some stadiums, and actually he's made a very special something to show on the live stream before he starts.
Really?
But him and Silverette tomorrow are going to be working on a build together. Oh, there he is. They're going to be working on a build together, and so I can't imagine what that's going to come out. And then in today's session at 4 o'clock onwards, check schedule. 4 o'clock onwards, we're bringing another community streamer in. It's Delayed Designer, and she's backstage right now practicing, but her builds are incredible too.
I've seen the prep that she's doing.
Yeah.
It's going to put my stuff into perspective. we'll say that. It looked really good back there.
But I think that it's important to show this side of things, where it's like you working on keeping things simple relatively, or these people are the ones who obsess and take their time over the individual things, but you are more of a sort of, you like all the different aspects of it, and you just want to get enjoyed them.
Yeah, because it was the first time I saw it yesterday, so I just wanted to play with everything. I wanted to try everything out, so I think we managed to do that. So I'm a very different. I'm chaotic.
Let's do it. Let's get on with it.
Okay, let's get on with it. Let's go. So today I want to start off with like a really nice, pretty start. Basically, I want it to look really kind of nice and there you go. So hopefully it should look good. But you guys can always let me know how it's going. And I love this grid system. This is the best grid system ever because not only can you. I just want to show this, Ed, because this is really important, because I didn't show this yesterday. I realized it backstage, but you can have big, like, I love that. That's so cool. I'm not going to be using that today. Today, I've got a plan, and it's going to be awesome. Grids.
And again, take your time. And don't feel like you have to... Like, I'm going to be watching the chat. I think these guys are going to enjoy watching you build this today.
The fun thing is, at home,
you get to build and then talk over it afterwards? Or?
At home, I do it like this when I'm making YouTube videos. But if I'm playing on my own, I'll spend hours just playing. Like, I'm listening to a podcast or like watch TV while I'm doing it. And I can spend hours upon hours. And it seems like you don't get a lot done because you just keep playing with little things and tweaking. But hopefully, I've got a little bit of a plan to start us off today, so that's all good. Right, so... Okay, let's get a nice tree here. Oh, my bad. Select the grid. There we go. Nice. Oh, hello. You okay?
Sorry, I was touching
it's
your
okay.
face.
Okay. Place some trees here. Now, some of you might recognize the area I'm building. If you do, let me know in the chat. If you don't, then you don't.
No, I'm so far. I'm.
This is
flummoxed. Is that the right word?
Flummoxed?
Yeah.
Sure, we'll go with flummoxed. Okay, now I want to go to the building. And the blueprints we're going to use later on, but for now I'm going to build my own stuff. And I think the piece I want is down here. There's so many pieces. I could search, but I actually don't know the name of what I'm looking for, so I'm seeing if I can find it. Here we go. This is what I want. Okay, so. There we go. All right. Ooh, hang on. Okay. Let's place that.
Anyway, sorry, I'm
yeah,
trying
right?
to. I'm mouthing.
I'm so distracted by this. I had no
no,
idea what was
sorry,
going on.
I'm talking to people who are in the audience here. I'm trying to see if we can get the mascots on stage at some point, maybe during the stream.
Yes.
And then we can quickly show them off because they look amazing. But I didn't want to. We'll see. I'm sure they can discuss it because I don't know what framing is like on the camera, and if we can actually fit them on the screen because they're so massive.
I'm sure we could just have a peek of the chief beef.
Yeah, mate, this is looking good. You used the grid, right? You snapped to the pass.
I
with the
have.
grid. Yeah,
I think the path's a little bit out, so I might have to tweak it slightly. In fact, it is. This is really upsetting me. I have to redo this section. The path was.
Well, if you want to, you can obviously select. You can select the grid reference first before you start placing things down of the path, I think. Or
right. So click this. The path.
Go back to the settings on the top left. The little cog.
This one.
Yeah. Oh no, that's not that.
No.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, you keep going.
Okay.
I thought that. Hold on. Sorry.
I might actually just go back and start again because I think the path is not snapped 100%. 90 degrees.
Okay. Yeah. No, one second.
Okay. Oh, sweet. Okay. Can we actually multi-selection tool? I actually didn't know about this until you showed it just now. And I was just like, wow, that's amazing.
Oh, the multi-selection tool is incredible.
Look at that.
And then
this is so good. Okay,
yeah,
so we can start again for the puffs. Okay. See, I thought it was 90 degrees.
Oh, I see. Sorry. So now you might need to.
I'm gonna restart, but that's cool.
Yeah, and then select the grid, and then place the walls down first, and then yeah, this is what this is all about.
So we can do it like that.
I think actually, yes. There you go. Look, we can see some Gulpy there on the screen. Look here.
You are? You are?
We can see
there he
Gulpy
is.
walking around. Look at that guy.
He's friggin' beastly. I love him.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ben, on camera there.
Had to hunt him down. Right, okay, let's try again. Okay.
Yeah, look at that Gulpy. He looked so good on camera too as well. I love Gulpy, says people in the chat.
Right.
Hey, oh man, just take your time with what you're doing. Honestly, don't feel like we want to. This is what this is
Right, that
all
should be
about.
better. I guess that should be better. I don't know. I think that's what I did last time. Let's go to scenery here, finding the same thing. No.
Somebody's waiting for the Gulpy plushie as well. That seems like a good idea. Someone wants the Cosmic Cow coming on as well.
Cosmic Cow. I've heard. The Cosmic Cow would have been cool.
Yeah. I don't know how possible that sort of thing would be.
Some health and safety there.
But yeah.
Right. Where is this piece I had?
Oh, you go to walls, yeah, and then find it there. Yeah. Sorry, I should be giving you more help than I am.
Oh my God.
Distracted by people in the chat.
Okay. It doesn't look lined up. I don't know why that is. Is that me just being?
Well, if you want to, what you can do is build the walls, place the walls down first.
Mm-hmm.
Place the walls down first, and then you select that building, and then snap the path to that grid.
Okay.
So you can do it that way around
works.
instead.
Yeah,
I should have
let's go with that.
mentioned it before. Yeah. And then we can get this thing On the roll, on the go.
No. That was the piece.
Hi, Pyro Man.
There we go. Okay, let's do it like this. It's a good shout, Ed.
Sorry, should have said it. I should have mentioned it before.
Right, and you're saying I should line up the path afterwards.
Cut the path, and then yeah, you can see.
Okay, we'll go from there. Oh. All right.
Yeah, and scroll down through the settings there. Select grid, then click on the wall, and then now you'll get the grid, the path
this guy's
exactly
a
in
genius.
line with the. Yeah.
Okay, we want to make
Well, you know, I just did a few of these over the last couple of days, and I've seen some people trying to do it.
that. That's so nice. Okay, so that's exactly what we want. Okay.
Should we fast forward the time a bit so then we can get this back
Yes,
into the
good
light as
shout.
well? And then when that comes around to late daytime, we can.
So I can't make this wider with the deselect grid.
The path.
Because, yes, when I'm in the grid, I can't make it wider, right?
Oh, it seems like.
Like, that's as wide as it goes.
You can adjust the grid size of the wall. So if you right-click away from that, press the X button on that.
Huh?
Close the entire thing down. Yeah, and then close the path tool down as well. Close the path tool down, so get rid of that, and then click on the wall again. And then go to edit the building. And there's a grid size. So the grid size is at 4 meters. So no, it doesn't seem as if you can make that path wider. So let's work within those limitations for now.
You know what?
If you can pause it now at this point, now we've got some light in there, so then people in the audience can see. Let's get creating some.
I'm sorry.
Starting
Ed.
one more time.
No,
we're refreshing.
I'm sorry.
We're
no,
going back to the start.
You know what? It's much better if we just forget the walls. It's not important. I thought we could do it, but for whatever reason, the angle to 90 degrees is not. There we go. Right, I'm going to do what Souts do.
It looked beautiful. Well, the thing that you had before looked glorious anyway, man. So
You are?
the thing that you had before looked really nice anyway. So.
All right, okay. Scenery. I love the trees in this game. Trees look very nice. Oh, look at these, they look cool. Let's place these in. There you go. There we go. Place that. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Okay. Get some scenery. We are going to go to the nature, and I'll grab some little bushes here. Is there a bigger bush we could use? There you go. There you go.
So what are you looking to do?
Shift D. What the?
Are you trying to duplicate these now? At this
Yeah.
point, or
Is it? It's Control D,
It's
right?
Control D, yeah, it was at one point. So maybe you can save it as a blueprint and then get it, use it, pick it there if you want. There's a duplicate button there as well that you can press at the very top.
Right, okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, remember that things that you are seeing here, it is alpha works stuff as well, so.
Right, I want to
Then there's duplicate button at the top there.
I didn't.
Oh, no, save it to the blueprint there.
I'm trying to deselect one. I don't want this one. Hang on. There we
you
go.
go.
Okay.
Yeah. And then go save it as a blueprint. Let's show the blueprint stuff off. Yeah, save it. And then, yeah, look at my beautiful things I made earlier. So now you've got a little a foliage collection. Collection of, oh my gosh, I did genuinely not see.
Hello.
Chief Beef's here, ladies and gentlemen. He's arrived. That was a round of applause everyone for Chief Beef. He's been absolutely amazing. He's actually snuck up on me entirely. Oh, wow. Have a good time, Chief Beef. You're amazing. I love you. Bye. Wow, that was absolutely stunning. Well, I'm back in.
Okay, so blueprints.
Yeah, to the bottom left. and then you click on the actual blueprints thing. To the right, sorry, along the bottom of the bar, My Blueprints.
You're
Yeah,
right.
there you go.
Okay.
And then it should be there. Oh, you don't upload it to the Steam. Yeah, select it, you
Just
close
there
it.
you go.
There you go,
That's
yeah.
all I wanted.
I
Oh.
think there is. I think there are ways to obviously duplicate those things, and I'm sorry that I don't have the answers right.
Have
to
I
hand
changed the
right now.
camera, Ed?
Perhaps, yeah. Maybe you want to quick save this first, and then Ollie Lady is the save file for that one. And then we're
Okay.
gonna- and then save it. Yep.
No, yeah?
Yeah, go for it. I'll take over for a second. And then we're going to quit out to the main menu. So if we could actually come back to us on camera, please, for a second. And then we're going to reset things and get you back on. Yeah, so if we can have the camera back on us for a sec. Please, I hope. Please, behind seats. Let's just do it. So we've got the old layout here that I didn't really want to show up on screen for this moment, but we'll see how it works.
There we go.
Let's get back
Awesome.
in and see if the camera's been reset a lot. Is that looking better now for you?
That's better. Okay. All right, blueprints.
Yeah, remember you can rotate those as well with the Z key.
So we can go around and rotate them as well.
Yeah, and all this stuff again is it's alpha. I just want to keep reminding these people that there's a lot. You know,
It
it's not
blows
been
my
out
mind
till
that it's just
17th.
alpha. And I'm excited to be able to do this when I get home.
Okay.
I said I'm excited to play this when I get home.
Yeah, when you're not in front of a live
Well,
audience of people.
yes, the pressures of being live.
Exactly, because I'm like, oh, I knew the answer to this before. It's just like it's one of those things you pick up these things as you go.
Yeah.
But take your time, you know. Honestly, like, there's no rush.
This is the thing is, this is very much play and chill kind of game.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So
But look, this already looks beautiful. I'm already enjoying what
I
you're
think
creating
it's worth the downtime of just seeing me place multiple bushes around.
there. Yeah. look
There we
at
go.
that.
I want
Lovely
to see
already.
one more time. If it doesn't work on the first one, I'm not going to continue. But I do want to check because it
Well,
would be nice. See if I can place the. Oh, maybe we could do no. Stick to the plan.
Stick to the plan.
Stick to the plan. We got
Oh,
a
it's
plan.
like the walls on the left, remember? So you've got there's categories now on the left.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's going to
You're
speed
right.
up finding those individual pieces that you're looking for. There you go.
So this looks, ironically, straight all the way.
Well, I hope so.
Okay, cool. Let's do that. Oh my god. Oh. So I can actually stick to the plan. This is perfect, Ed.
We're not being attacked by Chief Beef.
Right, and this was, I was doing it backstage, and I was like, now I've got a bit of a problem, but I believe you can grid size to 2, and now,
Shrink it down, yeah.
there we go.
You want to hold the shift button to get that. Oh, you can turn auto stacking off as well, so make sure you turn
Oh, is that
off
what
in the
it is?
menu,
Yeah.
'cause that's going to be automatically placing it on top of. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Nice and simple.
So like, previously I would have been like, no, now I've got to redo the whole thing because obviously the path size is slightly different to the size of the object.
And what you realize you could have done as well with blueprints is that you could have actually made one side of these trees, saved that as a blueprint, and then just copied and pasted it once in.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, I probably should have said that earlier when you were trying to do it and struggling. So I'm sorry.
Never mind. It's all good. But I'm hoping, I don't know if you'll be able to help me with this, Ed.
Maybe.
I'm putting you on the spot a little bit here, but it'd be cool. Let me know if it's possible.
Yeah. You want to close the grid tool
yeah,
stuff
you're right.
first, and then yeah, you'll be able to.
If
There
I
you
c-
go. Yep, clear.
There you go.
Lovely.
Oh yeah, I will be able to. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Edit building. Whoa. It's gonna come together, I promise.
It already looks beautiful, if you ask me. Oh, he's okay. Gulpy's here again. He's back. I don't know. I don't know if you can catch him. He's looking good though.
It's when he like
He's on
starts
the
to eat.
stage
That's
here.
when you want to worry.
There are photos happening.
Is it lunchtime? He's eating. You good?
I hope so. He looks hungry.
Where's the wall? There we go. Cool. So now I can duplicate
Hello.
This is where it's going to get interesting.
Yeah,
Whoa,
'cause
whoa, whoa,
it's
whoa.
probably struggling to go next to the, probably, yeah, there you go. And then next to the, lovely.
Bam.
Yes.
Cool.
And you've made yourself a lovely
Entrance.
yeah, an entranceway. So what are you trying to replicate here? Are you going to reveal this to people, or are you not going to tell them till?
I don't know. It depends whether people in the chat.
Are people in the
can,
chat catching on yet? What?
I don't
Can
know.
you see what it is yet? Are we
Can
allowed
you-
to still say that? Are we still allowed to say that? I'm not sure we are.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
I'm not sure if it's appropriate anymore yet, though. Yeah, go for it.
So I got to say, I absolutely love.
This is Cohen says it's beautiful, which is nice.
Is this okay? Chat. Is this better than the chaos we made yesterday?
I think it is.
It may have
I think
taken.
they're already
a little-
preferring exactly this to what
It
you
would
did.
have. It looked a little chaotic yesterday, and today we're going for the complete opposite strategy of just taking our time. And
It's nice. It's
there's
really
a lot
nice.
of benches. The odd bin dotted around. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do one. Actually, you know what? There you go.
They're gonna look. I mean, you've got to have the bins next to where the people is eating. You don't care about efficiency. You just want beautiful things to look beautiful.
Yes. Street lamp. Here we go.
A bit more organised. It's great, says somebody. Cool so far. Some of the stuff. This chat is hilarious, says J Teacher. It's all
I
right.
love the
yeah, you're
chat.
fine.
Chat is always a reliable source to see what people are thinking.
Apparently, you've become a master builder overnight, mate. Yeah.
Thank you. Who was that? I can't actually see.
It says, 1 second.
Master builder overnight. You see,
Yeah.
I was just letting you guys into a false sense
That
of
was
security.
Dracotar.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. That's much appreciated. Oh, we could have done this yesterday, but I just wanted to play with everything.
Yeah,
and
no, I
so,
get it, I see it.
that's the way it goes.
I like this. I like what you're doing.
Yeah, it's looking cool.
But yeah, I mean, you're not doing like a silverette. I get it wrong every time. He obviously does stuff that's like really intense with all the pieces, like combining them up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yours is much more of a still using the pieces in almost in the way that they're intended. It looks great.
See, I would never call myself that creative in terms of like my ability to
Yeah.
make cool things. But like just having a think before I came out on stage, I was like, oh, okay, I could have two sides and put some trees in, and it looks really great already. Well, I think it's a good start. But I want to know if anyone's actually.
You wanted to see the lights in action? Yeah, you can see them flicker on there as well.
Yeah. Okay, let's stick a ride in, and then I can start doing some cool stuff. So yesterday we showed some rides. I'm going to show the teacups again, because we placed it at the end of the stream, but we had to end the stream.
It's up there to the right.
There we go, teacups. Oh, that's a pretty cool ride. And the entrance is that side, so let's place it.
What about it's not letting you place that there? Are you trying to you scroll out there? Oh, there you go.
There you go. Place it this side then. Okay.
Fine. Fine.
Fine.
You can't
If you want, game.
Yeah.
Okay, so entrance, exit. Actually, can we place it around this way? There you go. Cute. Right.
We've got the angle snap on there as well, so you can actually take the angle snap off entirely and have
I
a bit
want
more
it a
free.
little bit,
Okay.
like 30. Maybe a little bit less. No.
Just get that free form.
You know what? Yeah.
There you go.
That is, you know what? This is upsetting me. Ed. I'm going to be honest there.
I'm sorry, man. just build it simply for now. I know that you really want to keep things nice
There
and
we go,
tight.
yeah.
You can put some foliage around there to make it a nicer
We'll make it look
entranceway.
cool. With my blueprint.
Yeah.
Oh, no, actually, maybe not.
And then, yeah, obviously remember to leave some space. Oh, you're going all the way back.
There we go.
Yep, there you go. Get the angle right. Lovely.
Cool. So yeah, I'm going to place some scenery around here. We'll place some trees in or something. Some foliage. Large foliage. Actually, I like these trees. They look kind of cool.
So, autumnal.
Yeah. So what you were saying before, you had the arch, you had the yellow arch around the entrance here,
Yeah.
whereas now you can do your own thing and customize it.
Yeah. Okay, we're seeing some debug text up at the top left. Just avert your eyes from that for now.
Oh.
Don't worry
Is that
about
something
that.
I've done?
It's from the pre-alpha build. No, I don't think so.
Okay. I've broken the game, no. There we go.
Okay, see, I like it. I'm into this.
Okay, there we go.
That's what we were talking about with Doc earlier today as well. You put trees down, and then suddenly everything looks really beautiful.
Yes. Trees, I think they really do make a difference, especially making it look like more organic in terms of.
Yeah. Love the lighting system in this game is something. Get it open. Let's do this.
That's true.
Change the colours? Why not?
Yes, I think that's what you wanted to do yesterday, if I remember.
I did, yeah. Yeah, lovely.
Let's get rid of that. Let's go. Let's get on brand here.
Oh, the Ollie 43
yeah,
brand.
Ollie 43 orange branding.
Everything now has to be branded Ollie 43 in this park from now on. Anything that you place from now on has to stay in your colours.
That's a little much. There we go. That looks kind of cool. I'd go for orange. What's the thoughts so far, Ed?
Transport fan 378 says, "Oi, Ollie, this is beautiful." He's
oh,
pleased.
thanks, man.
Jamie says, "This is so much better than yesterday." Nintendo Games says,
"Lol,
he
I'm gonna be
learned
honest,
to
guys.
build overnight." They like what you're doing.
I gotta say, I thought people would want to see as much as possible, but clearly the way to go to win your audience
what you're talking about
is to just be nice and slow. And
the Planet Coaster audience like order, and they like things to be like a
fair enough.
believable park.
I can get down with that.
Sort of stuff.
The main thing is, would they have me back, or would they want to see me do more? That would be nice.
Steph Wonder Gem says, "This looks so good, Ollie." OMG says, "Yeah, no."
OMG. Okay, I love this fairy tale stuff, and I was placing it yesterday, but honestly, I just think it looks so nice.
Yeah.
Like, look at this. Oh, and especially when you get some like nature and stuff around it, it just makes so good. All right, so I'm gonna start placing some buildings around.
It's weird. That seems to be on that side of the park as well, which is interesting.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
We'll see if we can do it after.
Oh, you should be able to. Yeah.
Oh. There we go.
Nice.
Scenery. And there was a caravan here.
Using the search tool effectively there.
This thing looks
Gulpy's
awesome.
back,
I might save this for later, but I think it looks really nice. I'm not sure about the color. We change. Let's go for like a blue. Hey, darker blue.
And this is you're using the blueprint system, which obviously the building that you placed there was made by hand by one of the developers.
Really?
Yeah. So all of that is using the pieces that are in the game. That wasn't made like.
Oh, I
using
thought
another
that.
pre-render.
Wow.
No?
Okay.
You can edit that. So press that down. Click on the. Oh no, sorry. The caravan wasn't a piece of scenery. I'm really sorry.
That's what I thought.
I meant the building. Then you can edit it. So if you look at that, you can actually click edit. You can change it piece by piece now.
Okay, so let's see if we can. Let's just demonstrate so that we can pop this. Yeah.
There instead. You didn't like that piece there? Get it moved.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Cool.
So,
nice.
Yeah. And then of course the select grid as well for if you wanted to do a path perfectly around it.
I could also change the color if I wanted as well. So I could change it to white. Not that I want to, because that is a really nice tone.
It's good, isn't it? It's a nice feature. And then of course once you've done that, edited it, you can then multi-select things and save it all as a blueprint. And you could just for example, you just jump into the game. You could make like an entire area, to spend a couple hours making beautiful foliage areas for every. And I can't wait to see these start to populate Steam and things like that. So for every type of situation, so you could have thin, narrow foliage. 2 meter long, thin, narrow foliage, and that's the things that are going to come out into that level of detail.
Yeah.
So that you download that, you can then now have a go-to. Oh, I want a 2 meter thing that's going to snap to it perfectly. The level of creativity, the level of customization that's going to happen because of these blueprints is actually overwhelming.
Well, just based on uploading videos and seeing what other YouTubers are uploading or their creations,
Yeah,
it's
imagine
like one of
just
my
being
most
able to go in and grab their stuff and play with it.
It's like one of my favorite things seeing what other YouTubers make, because it's just like, it's crazy. So let's add some more trees in. Let's add some little firs here.
Transport Fan 378, he's the 378th Transport Fan. He says Ollie's potential is really shining through now. I mean, a proper theme is developing here, and it's laid out properly. It's rather realistic. Keep it up. Thumbs up.
Okay, roger that. See what
Somebody
we
is
can
getting Shrek vibes from this area.
do. Okay. See, this is more of what I would do at home in terms of just... Oh, blimey.
Go to the settings tab on the where it says overview.
On the what,
Right.
sorry?
So there's a set next to overview, like that, and then do a line. Oh, line to surface might help, but apparently not. But what you can do is, if you place it down, you might not want to place this piece anyway.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't particularly want to. I
But
was
you
just
could
seeing
place
what
it,
was
and then
like.
you would be able to move it afterwards and adjust the level of it and rotate it all to whatever axis you want afterwards.
You have Dragon Poo in the game.
I didn't know that was there.
Yeah, well, Dragon Poo is in the game. That
very
is
good.
confirmed. Okay.
I think. Well, I want you to do something for me. Can you place the Dragon Poo? Just really quickly. You can delete it afterwards.
Okay, sure.
It's not. There it is. Okay.
Wow.
Now click it down. Now right click away to delete, and then click on it again for me. You can't change the color of the Dragon Poo. I wanted to know if you could change the color of the Dragon Poo. Currently not. Anyway, sorry.
That was a good thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've got to keep the integrity of Dragon Poo. It has to stay a certain color.
I'm
You
trying to
might
think
want
what
to
I'm
take a
gonna do
line to surface off now, actually, as well. Sorry, that's probably
That's right.
broken your.
here. Let's fast forward. It's free nighttime.
Are people enjoying your ride now? Are they on that?
Let's have a look. Right.
Oh yeah, in fast motion.
Yes,
they are
fast
loving
motion.
that ride.
Good stuff. Get some stuff down here. Let's get some different variety of bushes. Oh, that's nice. I might actually put that in front of the... There we go. Some street lights.
Dragon Poo hype, says somebody in the chat.
Is that what the chat's currently saying? Wow. Okay.
Game of the year, Dragon Poo. Oh yes, in a Jeff Goldblum voice, of course. That is one big pile of. That is. I can't do a Jeff Goldblum. Arr, arr, that's one big pile of. It's a Jurassic Park reference. Where's Gulpy?
Okay.
In fact, put Gulpy down because people might not have seen the actual. They've probably seen Gulpy here. Some people are watching here. They've seen Gulpy walk around, but they've not seen the actual Gulpy in the game. So can we put a Gulpy down just really quickly?
Yeah, sure.
He's on park management on the bottom left.
That's right.
There he is.
Gulpy Rex.
Go and entertain people now.
Do
And then
you-
Chief Beef as well. So everybody here is watching this. Look, you can see Chief Beef over there behind you. And there he is there. Look how accurate our
Behind you.
mascot version of him is. Absolutely awesome.
That is actually
off
very
you
cool. Genuinely, that is awesome.
Well, I think we saw him on air earlier.
And we
as
need
well.
Jeff the janitor. I want to make that a thing. That needs to happen.
That man's name is Erland Weeks, which is a strange name, but hey.
Definitely Jeff. Okay, that's some more bushes here. I hope that this is looking good so far. Let's add some more bushes in. There we go.
Somebody is shouting, Cosmic Cow! Hiya, Cosmic Cow!
You guys want to see the cosmic cow?
Yeah. He's an interesting design and animation.
There we go.
Look at that! It looks
Come on,
beautiful
guys.
already.
That's not too bad. Not too
Yeah,
shabby.
I like it. Oh, did you mean to place that down? Oh, no, you don't.
Let's get some light in the background here. Oh,
Oh.
hello. That's in a tree. Yeah, that looks nice.
Yeah, it's really lovely, man.
Cool. So, should we place another ride on the other
Yeah.
side? See if we can actually...
See if we
I
can
think the
place it.
terrain was a little bit skew, so we can try flattening it here. There we go.
It shouldn't matter. You should be able to place it down anyway.
Yeah.
But hey,
Okay.
it's interesting to show off the terrain tools for those who haven't seen it already.
Oh, that might be an idea, actually. How much time we got, Ed?
Look, we're halfway through, so you've got another half an hour.
Okay,
here at this
good,
point.
good stuff.
It's up to you.
Okay. So I want to add
I'm not
another.
sure if we've shown everything yet. There might be a couple of rides. What ride do people want to see?
We showed the cube yesterday. Oh,
The Venetian Carousel's been in there for a while, but
Has
it would you know where that would look really nice? Up there next to...
up here?
Up here, like there. Yeah. But bury it in some trees behind, like a little grove.
Ah, okay, right. So what we could do is have a path coming off this.
I'm sorry, I've told you to put Gulpy and Chief Beef down, but actually Amelie would have been much more fitting theme for this park, so I'm sorry.
See if we, let's just pop it around there. There we go. Let's move that. There we go.
So far, 10 out of 10 would visit again.
There we go. Okay, let's open.
Just rotate round so you look at it from behind.
Hmm?
Rotate all around so you look at it from another angle and try and click it again, or try and click on something else, then go back to it. Again, like I say, it's alpha stuff, so this might, this may happen.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Okay.
So you might want to then just delete it and then place it down again.
There we go. Let's try again. Rides.
Finding and crushing bugs, even on the live stream.
There we go. So place that down. There we go. We got the option. We didn't have that before. Okay, so the entrance is going to go over here.
You can hear the music as well coming from the rides as well, which is really nice.
Nice. I'm wondering if we can actually, if I move this over slightly.
I'm sorry, Ollie, but that's not Ollie 43 themed.
What, this?
Any of the stuff that you placed down?
No, that's fine. We'll have a Ollie 43 branded park later.
Okay.
There we go. There we go. Probably. There we go.
See how beautiful it looks on the screen behind.
Okay. There we go. Right. So I'm actually going to place one of my favorite paths down, which is the natural path. And it's going to come around this way.
I've got to say, you've done a lovely job here, man. This is really nice.
There you go.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Okay.
Somebody's saying that there's a tree on a tree somewhere.
Really?
And I don't know if you want to go
Tree
get it
on a
sorted
tree.
out.
Let's scout it out.
Yeah. I don't know if they're lying. Or they're trying to confuse. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I can see it.
Where?
Go forward slightly. Forwards. There. Look, up. To the left.
Left? I'm not seeing it.
I'll highlight it for you here. That one there.
Oh my God! Wow. No, that's just a big tree. You're
just a tall tree.
mistaken.
All right. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
It's all sorted. It's all done.
I can't.
That already is a path there. What are you trying to do to it?
I'm trying to delete it.
Oh, are you right-clicking it?
I am.
And it's not doing anything for you?
Okay, we can move this. It's fine. Whoa. Okay. No, that's fine. It's staying there.
I like that. I like what you've done there.
Yeah?
I'm happy
Okay.
with that.
Right, let's do something with this tree. How long is that? Oh, wow.
From the very start.
I can
beginning.
see the face palms happening. Oh my God, he left a tree. Oh, well. If you didn't notice that, then there we go.
Yeah,
Cool.
so well done. This is actually a really beautiful park you're making here. You're really showing off how you can use all this stuff piece by piece really simply and really nicely.
It just shows that, like, you can either go with, like, what I did yesterday and kind of just
Go chaotic. Crazy.
or you can kind of spend ages on every little bit and do some, I don't know if, yeah, you can just.
You can, yep, cool. That's good.
There we go. Nice. I'm happy with
Yeah,
this.
no, you're doing well, and you've got plenty of time left as well, so take your time with this.
Okay. Now I just want to place a little thing over here. So I'm trying to see if we can find, maybe a guard walking around. Because this area here just looks a bit bare. So
Yeah.
that's okay. We can move on. Let's fast forward again. Did we open it?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Only 43 themes. I'm joking. Sorry. I'll let that one down. Oh, no, you're doing it great.
No, you said it now. And white.
Yep, love it. Yeah. Oh, that's
That looks
you've
pink
lost some
from
of the
here.
orange there.
But I think that's the light. That's fine. I like this. It's all good. Okay, so what have we placed so far? We've placed the toilet and a medical
We haven't got
area.
any shops, and there's also the priority pass system as well, which maybe you want to do on your next ride.
Okay, we'll do that with our next ride. But before we do that, I just want to... We got hats, food. All right, let's do a little food stall. And this is our little... We're going to have a little village coming off here. There we go. That's that one. And we'll path it all up once we've finished. So, little drink stall. I love these little houses. They look so good. There we go. Nope. A little one here.
It's crazy. It built a path then. Do you see that? It built a path between
Yeah.
the shops because it automatically wanted to connect the paths.
Village toilets. Information booth. Well, we'll need an information booth if
When
we're
you
doing
need
our...
the fast pass, yeah.
Maybe we should save that for next to it. Food, first aid, we've done. Drinks.
I'll pause
ATM.
it now so we can keep this morning light for a little bit.
There we go. Nice. Actually, we're going to duplicate. Trying to think. If we turn it that way, bear with me.
No, I believe in you.
We're going to edit this building here. There we go. We're going to fill this in if I can find the piece.
Hey, what are you looking for?
One of these, so I can copy that.
Ollie 43, nailing it. Look at that.
Nailed. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I want to go to shops and facilities, customs, and there we go. Boom.
Brilliant, man.
So I just extended the little shop there and the building.
And
I just
changed
turned
the
it.
colour of the front of the one on the right, yeah. So up at the top piece, yeah. So edit that building. Oh, so it'll say edit building.
This bit.
Yeah, just change that so it looks different so we can see that it looks clearly.
Okay, go for
So
like.
I get demanding here. See that now it looks
That's
more
cool.
like it's a
Different area.
yeah.
Okay. Is that the same blue?
And then you can copy and paste that, and you've edited the building. You can copy both buildings now.
Yep.
And you'd be able to drag and select them both and create a blueprint of that.
Yep.
And then you'd be able to duplicate that and sell it in. I think that's so good.
Just want to
It's
look
looking
at
nice.
look at this from like the lights perspective. Do
Oh,
some
those guys are
cinematic
walking
camera
outside.
work here. I don't know. It's looking good. I don't know like to toot my own horn there, but it's looking all right. Okay, let's go. Some more paths here. All right, let's link up these shops.
So you can start the path to the grid to the building.
Yep, you're right.
And that will let you. Yeah, there you go. That'll let you do it along the side there. So you might want to delete that other piece of path. Should be able to.
Huh? What?
Oh, because it's a separate building. They're two separate buildings. So what you would want to do is. Oh, that still works like that.
Did it work?
For a second there, it did. Sure.
There you go. There you go. That's what. I want.
But because they were two separate buildings, so what you would have been able to do there is combine the building up, make it into one building, put it back as a blueprint, and so on, and then it would be able to snap to that one grid.
There you go. All right, let's press play.
We're learning together, Ollie. We're learning together. This is nice.
There we go. So we need some props in here just to make it look a little bit more. Right, need to paint this back. See how. Whoa.
Oh, that's just because it's a large scale. You can change the size down a little bit.
There we go.
And the intensity as well, if you want. So you can sort of blend it a bit more.
So I kind of love that, the fact you can actually.
Tidy it up and tidy over the path. So yeah, which is.
That's good. Okay, we just need to
Where are these lot going? Where are they off
reconnect
to?
that bit there. Nice. Now we go back to some trees and stuff. We add some trees in behind just to give a bit of depth there, I guess. There you go. Might actually stick a.
Ooh. I'd really like to see a little. So.
What? What's wrong?
I just want to see some stuff. So maybe you can make like a little pond here, and then.
A what here?
A little pond.
Oh, a pond.
A
Good
little
shout.
pond.
Good shout. Nice. Yeah, let's do that now. Okay.
To test out how it's going to do it further back. Oh, there you go. It's more of a lake than a pond, but you know. Okay. Don't know, this is really lovely.
Is it? I'm guessing this isn't what you had in mind, but
No, but you know what?
we'll make it work.
I'm gonna trust. I've placed my trust in a lot of people this week, and I truly believe that you know exactly what you're doing. There, lovely. There you go.
Nice. Okay.
Nice to do.
So we just need some trees.
One thing, yeah. No, go on, keep going. No, keep going. I'm gonna.
No, go on.
No. Just something that Sylv did yesterday, where he then changed the color of the terrain. So back on terrain. Go back onto the terrain on the top bottom right. Oh, he's too busy. And he went to the painting, and then made the edges of the banks like a sort of more of a sand, and it just looked so nice. But I'm not going to tell you to do that. Like, I'm just saying it's.
That was on the agenda. Is this one sand? I guess.
Yeah, so like you just make the sort of the bank, the edges of it sandy. And yeah.
We
And you can change the intensity of it as well, so it sort of blends more with the grass as well, which I think is a really nice feature. Just makes things look a little more, a little nicer.
I just had a brainwave, and then we can have a little dock area. We can put, like, I guess we can put a boat in the water, like the big boat. Yeah.
If it'll fit, it's massive. So we'll see.
We'll see.
You could have the Kraken jumping out of the water. Don't do that. It's not the Kraken.
Oh yeah, damn. All right, let's make this bigger.
I think it's doing like sort of the center more, but yeah, that's better. It's rough. You'd spend your time doing it longer if you have the time. Right? Lovely stuff.
Nice. More trees, I think. And one thing actually that I think really helps with places like this is actually rocks, which
rocks.
Just small little rocks. Just break up the terrain a little bit. They're just big and small. Just put them underground a little bit. There you go. I don't know. Do you agree with that?
Mate, yeah, I think as soon as you start placing rocks and other scenery pieces, it just really comes alive, doesn't it? It just starts to look really. All those pieces start to fall together.
Yeah, just looks a little bit more authentic. Nifty. Okay. So now, let's go back. So if I can find, there it is, Grand Galleon. Oh my God, we can. Oh, Ed, this looks amazing.
Yeah, so work out how to place this. Go to the settings for me on the bottom right, and then line to surface off, so you can just place it.
Good shot.
Yeah, that's lovely. How would it get there? That is unrealistic. It shattered my immersion.
It doesn't matter.
It was built there, and then they went, hold on a minute, we can't go anywhere with this now. It's stuck.
It's all about the postcard. It's all about that post.
Nice.
Okay, cool. Now I have a little dot coming off the end here, so something like this. There we go. What the? Oh, that's a lot bigger than I remember.
You could have one tentacle coming through the ground. That's what. Yeah, and combine it. So put that in.
Combine it.
Yeah, you could. So if you place it into the ground now.
Place it now.
Place it down, yeah. And then go to there's a FX on the bottom left. Special effects, and there's splashing stuff as well, and like water. I think it's splashing. I don't know if it's called. Oh, there it is. Yeah, water splash log ring. So So wait for it a second, because you'll see the effect it has. You see that? Wait for it. There. So it's kind of higher.
Okay.
So you've got to place it sort of down below around it. Maybe a little further down.
Oh yeah.
Wait. Oh, did you?
There you
So
go.
the timing might be a little rough, but I just thought it's good. You can see the kinds of things that you can get into by doing this sort of stuff.
It's looking good.
We've just got Doc M's just turned up. I can see him over there, and he's watching. Ollie's made something quite nice here today.
I've heard about
He shrugged.
your janitor, your poor janitor, yesterday. Was that yesterday?
That was Fabaliki, I think.
Oh,
on
okay.
Friday, yeah.
Okay, never mind. We need to press another ride. So let's go. If we can go.
Yeah, fast forward it again so people want to see it
Yeah,
in the light,
good
I
shot.
think.
Thanks, guys.
Although you do miss those beautiful lighting effects at night.
Oh
but
no, I can't go over the water.
is it? It's probably just colliding. It's probably too close to it. I think that's probably what it is. So you might need to aim it up. Okay, yeah, it might be too close to the edge, perhaps.
Oh,
Yes, I think it's just setting it too close to where the terrain is. So maybe if you could actually probably just push the terrain up and flatten it, and it will just automatically get rid of the water for you, giving you a bit more space to play around with.
okay.
So go to the terrain tool, bottom right. Yeah. And then flatten to surface is the top right one.
This one?
Yes. And then start there and then move it out slowly and carefully.
Size.
There you go. And then that's going to give you a little bit more space to play around with.
There you go.
That could work. We'll give it a try.
Okay, let's give that a go. Pathways.
So yeah, if you like what you're seeing at home and you think that Ollie's awesome, do let us know in the chat. But also, you can actually pick this up right now. You can start playing the alpha today. And actually, the last chance to buy the alpha will be August the 25th, so make sure you pick it up before then. The alpha will continue on after that, but you won't be able to buy into it again. Lovely bridge.
There you go. So we're not going to continue that today. I'm going to go over the other side, but
Yeah.
that's the plan.
Am I going to have to save this park out for you to take home?
It's looking good. Yeah. No, I think it looks good. Right, so I've paused it midday now, so we can go to the other side. What ride would you like to see next, Ed?
Chat, tell us what rides do you want to see next. Ollie 43 plays down. What else is to be implemented between now and release? Murky. We don't have answers on that today, unfortunately, but it's November the 17th is the launch date, so there's still plenty of time for us to make changes, improvements, new themes. There's loads of stuff going.
Is this
so
new?
much stuff.
Sorry?
I think that one's been in there for, I think it was Alpha 2, so wait a
Okay.
second. Someone's saying to put down a roller coaster, place down one of the pre-built roller coasters.
Yeah,
perhaps.
no, that's a good shout. Okay, so let's blueprint.
All
What
right,
we got here?
We've already seen, I don't think we've seen the Little King.
We've seen that one. We've seen the right stuff. That was in a video. We've seen this one.
Yeah, we've seen the Grendel, but it's nicely themed to what you've done, so I kind of feel, that's huge.
That is pretty big.
Doesn't even fit.
It might not actually fit in my... No? Okay.
Yeah,
There we go.
you should be able to rotate it. Although maybe it doesn't fit in this
There we go.
Whoa,
Okay.
that's...
We'll go with this. This looks cool. We can change the colors as well. I don't
Well,
particularly...
that's Ollie 43 themed.
Yep. There you go. Okay. Now, do I want it facing over, or do I want to keep the...
I liked that angle there, yeah. Where
Like
it's,
this way?
Yeah, it's sort of tight around the corner.
Got to think of that. Actually, might be
You've
better.
got to think of the entrance and exit.
What side does it go in? This side here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That is the entrance and exit on both sides there, yeah, on that one side.
Oh.
Hello. It wouldn't let you place there before, would it? So try further around, maybe the other side of the lake. There you go.
Okay.
Done. So yeah, some reason there's something around there that's causing this.
Okay. As long as we know we can place it, we can try and work it out.
Again, Alpha 3. You really want to keep it tight, don't you? I appreciate that.
It might just be that if I just raise it up a little bit. No, nope, nope. Come on.
Just place it where you did before, but just
All right.
slightly closer.
We're going back over this side, guys. There we
It still looks great there. It's like you go
Yeah,
over the
it
bridge
looks-
to get there.
There we go.
That's nice.
Wait.
Yeah, look at that. Postcard.
Nice. Well, that's cool, because we can continue the theme as well, which I'm happy about. Right, let's place the entrance. Let's go over this side. Exit. We're going to have to be creative here. There we go.
That's telling you how to do the priority pass in that menu as well with Coaster 15. Look there. That's not something I've seen before, actually. like a pro.
We might have to change our bridge a little bit. That's fine. Is this level now? Right, we can work that out.
But you want the exit to be able to get out there as well, though.
Let's do the exit. There we go. So let the game do it for me. So I could either have it.
You're trying to get it so it bends around
Yeah,
nice to the exit
I
as
don't know.
well.
I'm just kind of, because sometimes it would just do it for me, and I'm like, yeah, that works.
For now,
There we go.
you go.
That's okay.
It's got a
That's
slight,
fine.
steady.
So priority pass. So we want. It's got a. This is the entrance, right?
The entrance. So you want the entrance right. So you place that right by where the start of the queue is. So yeah.
So if I placed it here, we can connect
you
it to
could
there.
probably do that. Yeah, if there's nothing getting in the way. Of it,
Okay.
should be. That man's floating currently, but I think by the time you put down a path, it should. Alpha. Alpha.
That's cool.
Got to place down that caveat first of all, of course, that it is.
Okay.
See the caveat. Nice. I think this is lovely. Beautiful stuff. Also,
Is that the ground? It's because I've been messing around with the terrain. Let's go over this way a little bit.
and then scale it down. Yeah, drop it down.
There we go.
I think also what you're doing there as well. I think you've toggled the supports off. Have you? Or no, they're still on. They're still on. Yeah, they're still on.
Okay.
Look, I think people can forgive you for the slight things. I think it still looks awesome. I think you've done a good job there.
That's all right. We can
Get
play
it
some.
open. We'll get it tested first. So head over to the.
Do you want to ride it?
Yeah, in a moment. But go to the testing first. Top left. The little bars, the 3 bars you can see there. Yeah, testing. Start the test first, because otherwise people won't get on the coaster as well, because it has not been effectively
Let's give it a
tested.
go. See what it's like.
Also have it paused as well, so if you want to, you can press. Yeah, there you go.
Just reading the chat here. Yes, ride it. Okay, that's good. We are riding it.
Some stuff with the supports there that you can see. Again, it's all work in progress. Oh,
It's all alpha.
You're going to get shot. Oh, yeah, you're attached.
I might die.
Look to the right.
I'll just lean. It's fine.
Look to the right now.
The right?
I want to see your park off there.
I can kind of see it.
And the crash test dummy there to your right as well, enjoying the ride.
We might see it on the way back. This looks great. There we go. Look at that. Awesome. That looks cool. This is quite a cool roller coaster. Okay.
Some of this stuff needs to be tweaked too. You can actually go in there and edit as well, single pieces. So even if you place it down as like a solid coaster, you can actually go back through and edit these single pieces to make sure that they don't have these sort of little collisions and stuff like that. But overall, I like it. Nice coaster.
Nifty.
Yeah, so get it open. See the confetti there? Spray up into the air.
I love the confetti. That's
And,
actually really
yeah,
cool.
watch people flock over. We'll stick on for another 5 minutes. So, is there any final requests that people want to see? In the
Yeah, if
chat
there's
or-
anything you guys want to see, let us know. There you go. Just get a bit of that music from the little thing here.
We've ridden the roller coaster. I want to see you ride the teacups.
You want me to ride the
Yeah,
teacups?
a
Okay.
much more,
Here they are.
much calmer ride. The Ollie 43. Let's get on. Let's face them. Do the face cam where you can face them. That the other cam. So press the other cam, bottom right.
This one?
Yeah. And then the little arrow to the left of the cams as well. Yeah. You can start like switching through and see the different people enjoying themselves.
Some people.
Wait, come on, keep going around on the cabins. Seats, keep
Cabins.
going. Next cabin. There they are.
Nice.
Those two guys are having the most delightful date. They're having such a lovely time.
Just taking it all in.
Yeah, he's having a little smile.
It's making me feel dizzy.
Okay, sorry. I apologise.
There we go. Cool.
Well, I enjoyed it anyway. Oh, sorry, hold on. What are people saying here?
Any suggestions for the last few moments?
Show some of the park management stuff, I suppose. I mean, yeah, what you can do now, you can see, if you hover over the stuff at the very bottom of the screen on the UI, at the very bottom there, you can start to see like an idea of how your park is performing, if you're making or losing money, if the guest happiness is going up and down, the ride rating, and things like that.
Guest
There's so
happiness
much
plus
happening
7.
behind the scenes. So much happening behind the scenes.
Well,
It's
we're
just the
making
start.
more profit than we were yesterday.
Well, that's good. Yeah, and it's going up. Can you see it? Ride profits.
So a lot of it's construction costs, so 300.
You can see it going up as well. Oh no, wait, you've gone down.
That's cool. Janitor, we need another janitor. Like this guy.
He's clearly not done any of his work.
Park management. Come on, man. So there we
Can
go.
increase their salary. You can get the training, but they have to. It's a while before they have to sort of have to have experience before you can train them up and stuff like that. Yeah.
I like to pay my employees well. $100.
Somebody's asked here as well, Python Gaming Media, have you gone through all of the other coaster settings yet? Do we have block breaks, multiple cars and things like that? We're actually going to be talking in detail about the coasters tomorrow with the developers when we go into a deep dive from midday tomorrow. We'll be talking to the devs and actually going into detail about the coasters, having a recap, answering some of your questions and more. So one thing I want to do before we say thank you so much to you is to do a quick little competition for the chat.
Oh.
So, I don't know. I think Ollie's Park is, and then we're going to pick somebody at random to win. yeah, I know.
Really?
Right? Yeah. I think Ollie's
Okay.
Park is X, and then you can fill that blank yourself, and then we're going to be picking someone at random in the chat
Okay.
to win access to the alpha. And as well, if I'm correct, you also get a VIP single ticket as well, which means that your name will be used in the game.
Awesome.
Yeah, so you'll
That's
become a
pretty
character
cool.
in everyone's game. I think. I'm sorry. I hope people like it. I hope I haven't started an absolute
Okay.
disaster.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Mind blowing.
Super cool. Frosty.
Sexy. Fantastical. Park. What?
Ollie's Park is park.
Awesome. Wonderful. Beautiful. There you
Thank
go.
you very much, guys. I have
Look
no
at
idea
this.
what my chat is like, but I'm hoping that it's just as positive as the chat in the
Yeah.
Planet Coaster stream.
No, it's good. You've done it. You've done a great job. An improvement. That's very.
Improvement. That's fair.
That'll do, right? Ollie's Park is okay. Mystical. All right, so I'm going to pick somebody at random. In
I
fact,
think I saw someone say magical. I quite like that.
well, it's going to have to be at random, unfortunately. So I don't know if anybody's listening backstage who can pick somebody better than I can, but I will try and choose somebody at random here now. Anyone hear me? Hello?
Hello.
Are we alone?
Are we alone?
It's nice to see a lot of positivity there, though, in the chat, isn't it? Better than I could build. Magical, nice, fantastic. Okay, we've got somebody, so you can stop telling us about that now. We do have a name here. It is the brilliant, the wonderful, randomly chosen Gary Norris. So, Gary Norris, at home, you are now the proud owner of the Planet Coaster Alpha and a VIP single ticket, which is super cool. So your
Wow.
name will appear.
Congratulations.
You've got to put that guy down. Yes. I'll change his colours.
And
Also,
Ollie-
slow it down,
Ollie-
slow it down, slow it down.
Oh, yeah, yep.
There we go. So well done, everybody, and thank you all for joining us for this
Thank you very much, guys.
session today. It's been absolutely amazing. And thank you again, Ollie. Can you remind people at home before we go, can you remind them of where to find all your information, where to find you on YouTube, where to follow you on Twitter and things like that?
So on YouTube, my channel name is Ollie43. That's spelled OLLI 43. I upload lots of videos on YouTube and stuff. On Twitter, you can search Ollie43, I'll come up. And yeah.
There you go, nice and easy, nice and simple. So I think that'll do it for this session. Later on today, we have the Lady Signer joining us. I know she's been backstage as well, practicing and getting some things together. So that's going to be great to see what she comes up with. Tomorrow, we've got Rudy and Silverette as well, who's going to be here. Did you see what I did there? I took my time trying to pronounce his name, because I always forget how to do it. But Ollie, you've been absolutely great. Thank you so much for joining us over these last couple of days. You were brilliant.
Thank you
Round
very
of applause
much.
for Ollie, everybody for the amazing Parker's built. Hope to see some of you guys here as well for the session at 4 p.m. Do come back at 4 p.m. for more Planet Coaster, and use the hashtag Planet Coaster on Twitter to tell us what you think. See you soon, guys. Later on. Bye.
Bye.